everyone, we are from MBA ITB Batch 3, PT Kaltim Primakol Syndicate 2. We would like to present you about scenario planning of PT PLN Nusantara Power. Before we start our presentation, let me introduce our syndicate first. Here in our syndicate, there are Mr. Yandri Pamarsi, Mr. Andika Hermawan, Mi Dindarana Mudia, Miss Maharani Ayuning Tias, Mr. Faisal, and Mr. Edi Sitorus.
Before we jump into scenario planning, let's talk more about PT PLN Nusantara Power. PT PLN Nusantara Power, formerly known as PT Pembangkitan Jawa Bali, established in 1995, is dedicated to support Indonesia and to boost national economic development by providing high quality, reliable, and eco-friendly electric power. In September 2022, Pembangkitan Jawa Bali was transformed into a subholding of PT PLN Persero and changed its name to PT PLN Nusantara Power. With this new holding and subholding scheme, the assets that were previously scattered will be consolidated. PLN Nusantara Power will manage more generating units in line with our proven core competencies. With new name and logo, PT PLN Nusantara Power will become the largest power plant company in Southeast Asia in 2025.
Vision of PT PLN Nusantara Power is to be the trusted leader company in sustainable energy of Southeast Asia, while their mission are: first, to run an energy business that is innovative, collaborative, growing, and sustainable, also environmentally sound. Second, to maintain the highest working and performance to provide added value for the stakeholder. The third is to attract interest and develop best talent in order to run an agile and adaptive organization. Milestone of PT PLN Nusantara Power started in 1995. The company was established with assets of 6 generating units with a total capacity of 6,500 megawatts. During the 2000 up to 2010, the establishment of subsidiaries of PGB Service engaged in the power plant operation and maintenance service. Established O&M Service Business Unit. And then the next first half decade, between 2011 up to 2015, the first implementation PAS 55 Asset Management Implementation, Malcolm Baldrige Emerging Industry Leader Band, the top 10% NERC like as Unit Pembangkit Gresik, Unit Pembangkit Paiton, Unit Pembangkit Muara, and Unit Pembangkit Cirata, CNG biggest generator in the world, and then achieve Platinum Award for CSR in Indonesia. Then, the first corporate transformation, that's between 2016 up to 2020. There would be the Operation Excellence and Business Excellence, Asset-Based and Investment-Based, PGB Group Integration, and Malcolm Baldrige Industry Leader Band. Next would be the second corporate transformation that will be between 2020 up to 2030.
Business of electric power generation consists of 3 parts: power plant, transmission, and distribution. Electricity needed by a final consumer is generated by the power plant, transmission, and distributed through the distribution network. The energy produced by PLN Nusantara Power Generation Unit is sold or transmitted through the high voltage airline of Java Bali System managed by PT PLN Persero and transmit to industrial and domestic customer. PLN Nusantara Power and its subsidiary as well as affiliation are in the holding group of PT PLN Persero with their existence to support national electricity providing added value. The high quality and reliable electricity supply are only able to be possible due to support by subsidiary and affiliation in various business fields and each expertise, as well as business synergy and integration in PLN Nusantara Power. group business environment in order to reach the vision aspiration to be energy company of choice. The scope of PJB Group business synergy is engineering, procurement, and construction, management of power plants both own, manage and or invest, providing power plant operation and maintenance service, funding, HR for operation and maintenance service, HR certification in electrical competency, and also supply of power plant spare part. Operational PT PLN Nusantara Power spread from Sabang to Merauke manage power plant with total capacity 20 kMW with 19 kMW operating and 1.6 kMW under construction. PT PLN Nusantara Power contributes 29% from the installed capacity of power plants nationally amount 73 kMW. PLN Nusantara Power shareholders and PT PLN Persero with 99.99% share ownership and PT PLN Education and Welfare Foundation in 0.01% share ownership. PT PLN Persero is the majority and controlling shareholder of PT PLN Nusantara Power. President Director of PT PLN Persero is the representation of the majority and controlling shareholder, and technically the relationship with the shareholder is under corporate secretary of PT PLN Persero of Investor Relation function.
This is PT PLN Nusantara Power Business Development Target in 2030. The target is to ensure national electricity sovereignty through active participation in 35 kMW program with the development of power plants and the development of new renewable energy plants. Now we talk about scenario planning. Scenario planning is a process that stimulates imaginative, creative thinking to better prepare an organization for the future. For this case, we use 5-step version of scenario planning, which is orientation, exploration, scenario and narrative creation, option consideration, and integration.
Everyday organizations are striving to create perfect place. We understand that there are numerous challenges that might arise from achieving this goal, from meeting customer and staff expectation, managing customer operating costs, ensuring safety and security of people and assets, or achieving demanding sustainability targets. But our work is evolving, and advancement in technology bring new opportunity to overcome these challenges and gain efficiency. The power plant industry orientation, key focal issue. How will digitalization transformation affect PT PLN Nusantara Power in the next 10 years?
PESTEL analysis is a strategic framework for evaluating the business environment and threats that need to be anticipated by PT PLN Nusantara Power. PESTEL is an acronym for political, economic, social, technological, environmental, and legal.
To kick off the scenario planning process, we'll identify the driving forces, whether from within or outside organization, that could have an effect on organization itself. As for PLN Nusantara Power, we identified at least 16 driving forces that divided into 3 categories, which is organizational, transactional, and contextual. Now that we have identified all the driving factors that could impact our organization, it's time to pick 2 that could have the greatest impact. Then, for each of these critical uncertainties, consider the extreme end of the spectrum for each one. For PT PLN Nusantara Power, the top 2 that are most important or influential and uncertain are number 16, technology advances, and number 1, organization and people.
The conclusion, digitalization of PT PLN Nusantara Power need to improve 3 aspects. The first, asset. Second, technology advancement. The third, organization and people.
With lack of innovation, ineffective leadership, incompetent people, and inability to adapt to ever-evolving technology, PT PLN Nusantara Power will struggle to stay relevant in the market. PT PLN Nusantara Power inability to utilize the evolving technology is similar with a caveman that is unable to utilize his tablet. We call this caveman with tablet scenario. Second, the dumb and dumber scenario, where low technology development met incompetent organization and people. With low technology development or breakthrough innovations, PT PLN Nusantara Power operates in minimal technology disruption. The third scenario is where the technology evolves fast and PT PLN Nusantara has competent resources to take advantage of the technology. With its technical expertise, competent leadership team, and culture of continuous improvement, PT PLN Nusantara Power will emerge as a leader in power industry. We call this Elon Musk scenario, named after the multimillionaire in tech industry. Last scenario is MacGyver scenario. Those who was born in 70s or 80s are familiar with this famous character. MacGyver is portrayed in his movie able to overcome all his problems using traditional tools. This is where PT PLN Nusantara Power competent organization and people able to survive under the low technology development.
Next, step 4, option consideration. For the first scenario, caveman with the tablet scenario. Implications are incompetent person to run high-tech equipment, poor management direction, and bad company strategy. The option would be training and educate employee, human resources development program, and hiring professional person. For dumb and dumber scenario, implications are high turnover and of creative employee, unchallenging business environment, low productivity. The option would be highly employee engagement program, move business development to new industry, and endorse local innovation. Next, Elon Musk scenario. Implications are advanced technology, higher automation, competing in the market. The options are new technology development, automation to operate efficiently, installation newest and cheapest technology. The MacGyver scenario. Implication: old assets are outdated, could not survive with electricity tariff fluctuation. Options are rejuvenate old asset, producing electricity costly efficient with current technology.
In this stage 5, we will talk about the integration, the early warning sign for each scenario. For caveman with tablet scenario, the early warning signs are declining sales, high rates of company expert turnover, and significant restructuring and leadership change to overcome the issue. For the second scenario, dumb and dumber scenario, the sign will be declining financial performance, weakened position in the market, and facing potential acquisition. For the Elon Musk scenario, the early warning signs are high investment in research and development, keep exploring emerging technology, prioritizing PJB super app development, collaboration with other partners in technology area. For the MacGyver scenario, the early warning signs are utilize company expert to identify area for improvement, push for continuous innovation to increase their position in the market. By recognizing the industry low-tech nature, PT PLN Nusantara Power will invest in developing knowledge and expertise. Companies shift to other projects to utilize their expert.
With digitalization, it hoped that PT PLN Nusantara Power can implementing the 4R characteristic in their business, which is right information, right time, right user, and right decision. So, the conclusion, there are 3 strategies objective digitalization transformation of PT PLN Nusantara Power. The first one is decrease in cost of supply 15 until 16 rupiah. The second one is 3 until 4% increase in efficiency. And the last one is boosted like business asset revenue more than 25%.